destroyed conflict
Can you just
cannot
talk,
be forgotten.
Jason?
And we must ensure that their deaths are taken just as seriously as the targeted murder of British and American aid workers carried out the same day the ruins of Al-Shifa were discovered. Please join me in a moment of reflection in this injustice and double standard.
Sorry, love, sorry.
I'm always grateful to be here with you all to raise our voices for the liberation of Palestine and the liberation of ourselves of the internalisation of colonialism and white supremacy. I, like you, see Palestine and Gaza everywhere. I was on the bus and there was a young child there playing, smiling. I smiled. In my mind I saw the children of Gaza martyred. I reverse engineer the image to imagine them playing like this girl who can't be more than 4. I, like you, see Gaza everywhere. Last night I watched Don't Buy a Bomb, a film on YouTube about legal action to stop UK sending arms to Saudi Arabia. It shows a video of a bus of school children singing just moments before they're all killed by a UK-bought bomb. It reminds me of the video of the children from Jabalaya singing for Palestine on their way to a school trip last year. I used to watch that video on repeat. But I also remember my internal contraction, hearing these children singing for Palestine, this little fear inside me, this fear that comes from generations of colonization, of being from the body of colonizers. But now this has been rejected from my nervous system, from my body, and with joy and passion I can shout for a free Palestine.
We are all Palestinians!
Thank you. In the film, it shows the footage of the bus just after it's been bombed. There's footage from the TVs, looks like the BBC, saying, it's too distressing to show. I used to think this was for my benefit, for my mental health, but now I see that it stops accountability and truth and feeds into white fragility, that we are not strong enough to see the truth. I now know, sadly, what it means, what it looks like when people have been bombed and murdered and humiliated and tortured and starved. Because the Palestinians had the courage and the grace to show us. And yes, we all see those images in our minds, they are burnt in, but we are not helpless. We can grieve and process together and harness our strength. We can organise and resist. At People for Palestine, we are about education, action and decolonisation. Over 25 years, my parents connected me to the truth of the Palestinian experience through the lens of injustice and apartheid. But the phrase and framework of settler colonialism was never used in our home. And, like many of us in the UK, no one questioned a two-state solution. This is very much a colonial solution. Like an abusive Catholic marriage, seen as terrible, but one that must be continued at all costs. Luckily, this attitude is changing in the Catholic communities, and so too are people decolonising their thinking about Palestine. To decolonise my understanding is from listening to the Palestinians, of watching films like Faha, Israelism, and on iPlayer programmes like Storyville, Blue Box. How can there be a two-state solution when Israel's actions from the moment it was formed with the Nakba to the ongoing genocide now show that it has never ever wanted a two-state solution? Did you know that in the leaked Hasbara Israeli propaganda document from 2008, it states that they actually plan to lie, or they always lie, about wanting a two-state solution because that's what their Western allies want? And it's worth remembering, when the narrative starts to change, that Netanyahu or Israel is out of control and they just need to change parties or leadership and everything will be okay. Israel is operating as though it's exactly, this will not be a solution. Israel is operating exactly as it was designed to, through militarism, ethnic cleansing and settler colonialism. The root issues must be addressed. Palestinians are one people, made up of all Palestinians inside and outside of Palestine, irrespective of their religion, culture or politics. They are educated, steadfast, and they are entitled to their land back. All of it. Land back. Land back, one state solution. I ask you, what fears does it bring up deep in your body? For me, I've been asking myself, what safety do I need to be less attached to? A question is, what do I need to do both internally and externally to get out of the way so that indigenous communities can reclaim their land and their rights for a free Palestine? Free Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine!